Here's what I got going on. I want to do a refurb on this thing. Actually, not a refurb. I actually want to make a modification. So should I do a modification? Put titanium onto the scales? I don't know.
He'll smile.
Yeah, they lit him up after that.
I know. And that was very unfair.
Do you think there's like one thing
Let's take out this pocket clip. Just a heads up, if I didn't say so already, I had to mill these out. No other way of getting it out. As you can see, the rivets, they're pressed in. So I don't know on the other side, I'm going to run into the problem or what. And this side, actually, I'm going to have to grind this out. So, yeah, shout out to that. Clean this up a bit. Okay. This here as well. Trying to save the original scales in case I want to sell the knife in the future, but I already damaged that side. So hopefully I don't damage this side, but I can fix this. This is nothing. It's an easy fix. Okay. Here's what I got going on, guys. Big old project. I came up with this crazy idea about 3 weeks ago. So what happened was I ended up purchasing this Buck/Strider collaboration knife, and this is it. It came in the mail, and yeah, you know, I was like, yeah, I like it, but I was really dissatisfied with these handles. It's very aggressive. The liner lock, very aggressive. Just a pain in the rear to use. Just messes up your thumb. Your hands just hurt from this thing. So I took her apart. I had to basically butcher her. Look at that.
Please, no! 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 No!
That was not fun. Popping out these rivets. So then, you know, I messed with it. Long story short, I was like, you know what? I was just going to make titanium frame lock for it. But then I was like, you know what? I don't know. So much work to do that. I've been sick, so I really don't want to be you know, pushing my body too much. So I had this crazy idea, you know, go on AliExpress, and I bought a fake Strider.
It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China. I want to be accurate.
And before I bought the fake Strider, I took the measurements from this thing and the blade, right, the buck, and I compared it to this here and this fake blade, right? And by the way, shout out to the fake Strider blade. It's a Tanto. Anyways, so I was like, you know what? I think it's going to work. As long as the pivot and then the D10 ball is in line, I can make it work. So it was a long shot. So anyways, it came in the mail yesterday. Took it apart right away. So anyways, it has the hardware, right? So I had quite a bit of quite a bit of a situation going on over here when I started taking this apart, because as you can see, let me clear out this here, okay, you can see here, right, this pivot hole takes this huge pivot barrel, and there's no way that that's going to fit in here, right? How's that going to fit in here, right? See that? So you got that problem, right? So, see, as you can see, that is the washer for this one. And the washer for this one would be that plastic nylon. So I came up with this idea. I was like, you know what? How about I just put a plate, face plate here. So I did that. It took a long time to figure it out. I'm going to have to use this one. And I make up these little inserts, metal, steel inserts, right? They just go in there. And then the pivot barrel, I can't touch this pivot barrel, by the way. Right now, it has JB Weld on it, and it's drying because this whole thing is not your usual, like, just get it done type of situation. Long story short, with this pivot barrel, I went online. I tried to find another pivot barrel, okay, just a little longer. But guess what? There's none. There's none. I would have to make one or modify some other type of barrel that I come across, who knows where, or from a different knife, a donor or something, and then go from there. And every pivot barrel that I have does not want to work with this new diameter. Okay, see? So I have to use the original pivot from the original buck. No ways around that for now, until I come across it in the future. But it would have been nice if I had this one, because this is a longer pivot barrel than that one. See that? But the diameter is obviously thicker, so it will not go into that blade. So anyways, I got it working. Believe it or not, I had this all working, and it wasn't just plug and play. There was actually, I had to make a modification down here. I had to put that grind in, okay, to get the lock to work. And then the other thing was, here, when you close it, to get that detent to work, I had to grind all this off. You can see all that new fresh meat. So you can see all that shine over there. That's me grinding little by little, little by little, just to get it right. So that detent can fall in there, then it's not damaging anything, and it just sits in there. So that was a huge nightmare. And yeah. So as you can see, I was filing this little washer here, and that's because to get this all to work, right, I have to use one washer on the bottom on one side and two washers on the other side. Okay, so I've been using these nylon donor from this one, from that knife, washers, and yeah, they're not working that good. They just, you know, they're bending. So that's another issue. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take these here and I'm going to grind them down. So basically, this one here, I already have it that it matches these two, that thickness. And then this one here is pretty close to that thickness. So that's where I'm at with that. So that's going to be the old ones. That's going to be the new ones. And once this dries, I will put this, and this together. And we will have a working buck strider / AliExpress titanium handle collaboration going on. I don't know what to call it. Maybe you guys can give it a name. This thing's gonna be a mutt and a half. Okay. All right. So wish me luck with this. We'll see you when it's all buttoned up. All right. Finally completed. Man, this thing was a mission. As you can see, the washers, that took a long time to dial it in order to get that centered. There is no movement from side to side. It is perfect. I sanded off the high ridges on that titanium. The back as well. Pocket clip, I unbent it a little, but it's still a pocket shredder. So shout out to that. Here's the lockup. Solid knife. A little bit of stick there, but she is brand new and breaking in. I'd rather have stick than slip. Check out this detail. Hear it again. Unreal, right? Look at that. I can also thumb flick. Nice and smooth. Pleasant. Let's see if I can just drop it little by little as soon as I get onto that detent. Hey, shout out to the car being started. I can smooth it out a little more, but I don't want to because I want it to be very tight. This is perfect. Yeah. So those little inserts, I made those with the correct diameter for the original pivot barrel. So shout out to the pivot barrel. That was a nightmare. Had to dent, or should I say bang these in. This is the thumb stud. Yeah, it doesn't look too pretty, but you know what? It works. It works. Anything to get the job done right and on point. Man, those washers are beautiful. Look at that. Whew. Wow. Well, anyways, that's enough of this. Actually, let me show you the logo. Strider, buck. Yeah, and that's the Idaho state. I guess they're in Idaho. Buck. So, thanks for coming in, checking out this quick video. On to the next project we go.